Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Gaming Nonsense. Today we're coming at you with episode 3. I'm one of your hosts, Teddy Kosick. With me, as always, one of our co-hosts, Mr. Avery Fair. How's it going, man?
Going all right. How you doing?
Doing all right. We're going to jump into it pretty quick today. Should be a quicker episode, at least that's the goal. We got a couple real big topics. You, luckily enough, were able to go to D23 about, a week and a half ago now?
Yep, it was not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
Perfect. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit, give us some recaps, your experiences, what you liked, what you didn't like. And then the big topic of the week, as everybody's probably well aware, the Destiny 2 beta has been going on for, the last 5 or 6 days at this point?
Yeah.
And it goes until Tuesday now since they extended it. So we're going to give some perspectives on that, what we thought of the beta, what we're thinking about the game. A couple different perspectives. Should be interesting. You being a Destiny 1 player, and I've never played Destiny until whenever that beta came out. So yeah. Should be good. Let's go ahead and jump into it if you want to. So I think you're going to run us through D23. I mean, it was the first time you had been. To be honest, I haven't really followed D23 before. So, I mean, overall, what was your kind of takeaway, or what did you think about it?
Yeah, I think I'm right with you in that boat where I, first of all, didn't really follow it, and I kind of didn't even know it existed for the most part. Yeah. Blanca, my girlfriend, she's very into Disney, and so she asked me about a year ago if I was down to go to this convention, and being the kind of piece of shit boyfriend that I am, I said no at first. But
terrible friend, as we all know. Yeah.
Luckily, however, I had enough time to purchase a ticket still at a reduced cost ahead of time. Nice. And we were able to head out there for a day. And nice. It was pretty great, actually. I know we've talked a lot about wanting to go to a lot of gaming conventions, TwitchCon, E3, all of those things. And going to D23 was a great first experience for that. It was a nice foot in the door to experience those types of things with all sorts of people. And there are cosplays everywhere. Going through kind of just a quick rundown with it, I have a more extensive article of my experience there on www.coffeescorner.com. Mm-hmm. But a couple highlights were the Imagineer tour was pretty cool. They just showed us a quick little video of a lot of their Imagineers and what they do over at Disney, what their jobs are behind the scenes, how they take care of all the sound. There's this one guy who had a literal virtual reality machine in his studio booth thing where he is able to just kind of place himself anywhere in the park, get a different bird's eye view, maybe from the sky or just any other type of view from the park in order to design any other rides or attractions for Disney. Other than that, after the tour, they obviously directed us towards a gift shop.
As you do with Disney, yeah.
Yep. And while we're waiting in line, it was pretty cool. I was going through my Twitter, and Marvel tweeted that Chadwick Boseman was over at the Marvel stage. And we had just come back from there a little while ago where we tried out Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Nice.
And just quickly on that was pretty fun. I've never really played those types of games before. So being able to at least demo it for just one fight was pretty nice, because a lot of people giving it some gripe right now because the characters look a bit janky.
Oh, okay.
Which, yes, they look pretty bad as opposed to even the previous titles, but any fighting game was pretty fast paced. I was just button mashing for the most part of it. And
yeah, I mean, I'm garbage at fighting games. It's just smash whatever you can. And hopefully get some sick combos, bro. And,
which luckily I was able to get that. I had Thanos and Iron Man, and Blanca had Captain Marvel and Rocket Raccoon, and so it was pretty cool to see all those characters interact with each other with those Infinity Stones, things like that. But
nice.
Yeah, so I got a quick picture from far away, obviously, of Black Panther. And then on the way back, I did see another celebrity, Janina Gavankar. Excuse
me, come again?
Maybe later.
Yeah, okay.
what I always call her is the Shiva because she's from the league,
Yeah. Mhm.
and she's going to be starring in the leading role for Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
She had
awesome.
her own little videography crew with her, and not a lot of people were going up to her. So I still kind of held my distance and kind of took the pictures from the side.
Yeah.
But other than that, we went to that gift shop. It was pretty cool. Dropped. I didn't want to know how much money I did. It was just kind of one of those things where you don't look at the price tag and just throw things in the bag and
I
hope
mean,
for the
you'll see it
best.
when it hits a credit card, right? That's all that
Right,
matters.
exactly. So just throw whatever you want and then worry about it later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Later on, we ran into another kind of a Disney legend. Her name was Margaret
Hmm.
Carey. She was the 1953 model for Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was
pretty cool.
pretty, yeah. So that was nice being able to see kind of one of those, Disney living legends. Obviously, she's up there in her twilight years, but it was nice to kind of get that. She signed a picture for us and just kind of gave us a little chat about her experience with Disney and how amazing it was being able to make those movies back then. So overall,
Oh,
my
that's cool.
experience was it was very very amazing. I gave it a 10 out of 10. The only
Excuse
negative,
me? 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
What is this, the Twilight Zone?
Well, there was one bad thing is that the only bad thing is that it's every other year. So if it was every year, that'd be even
It's
more fantastic.
yeah, all right. Yeah, that's not a
But
real bad thing, but all right.
but I'm telling you, it was great. I can't wait to. I'm gonna absolutely go back in 2019.
Oh, that's cool.
I plan on possibly dressing up, hopefully, and
Any ideas? Any early ideas for the cosplay?
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna do this for cosplay, but just in general, I really want one of those Spider-Man suits. I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
have a preference on what kind, like the design. I just
Yeah.
want one of those cool ass full body Spider-Man suits.
Nice. It's pretty
So
cool.
maybe
I
we'll
mean, I
do.
was gonna say you go to Party City and get a little kids one for about $15, but I don't know if that'll I don't know if that'll work out.
Yeah, I don't want to be, that creepy guy that starts buying kids costumes.
Okay. Moving onward. I mean, so overall, you liked it. It was a good time. I mean, it. I was interested to hear. I mean, because we talked about it beforehand, obviously filming this, and I was interested to hear about it because I mean, we have talked about going to things like PAX or
Right.
TwitchCon or whatever. Still haven't been able to go to any. I mean, I've been to an MLG, which is not really the same. It's more of a
Hmm.
competition than like a convention situation, and same with like the League of Legends World Championship that I went to. What I guess senior year of college,
Hmm.
when it was in LA. But it's totally different. So I don't know. Hopefully, one of these days, TwitchCon either this year or PAX the next couple of years or something like that. It'd be super fun.
Out of D23, obviously, there's going to be a lot of news with a lot of Disney properties. They specialize in movies, but with Disney, really taking control of pretty much every major property out there with Avengers and Star Wars and all their normal animation movies.
Yeah.
Um, it's a little tough to see some video game news coming out of there,
Yeah.
but luckily there was a little bit with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Fans have been waiting for a full numbered title since 2005 when Kingdom Hearts 2 first released on the PS2.
You've
So,
played Kingdom Hearts before, right?
yeah, I played it from the very beginning. And I got into it just being a, Disney fan, but I obviously grew up with Final Fantasy, so I was kind of attracted to that Square Enix Disney partnership there. It was a little weird, but I was down to clown with it,
Dumb clown.
and it's been great. Other than the fact that again, it's been 12 years since the last one came out. There's been all sorts of little spin-offs that kind of connect the story together in one
Hmm.
larger plot, but they're really convoluted. You kind of have like you need one of those, huge ass spider
On
web,
the wall.
yeah, to
Yeah.
figure out where each entry goes.
Yeah.
But in this new trailer they released, they announced another world, the Toy Story world.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be added to the Tangled, Big Hero 6, and Mount Olympus so far. And so in the Toy Story world, it showed Sora, Donald, and Goofy interacting with Woody and Buzz, and it was really cool. I mean, the graphics were outstanding. They put up one side of scene from Toy Story 1
Yeah.
and they looked almost identical. I mean, I thought that the Kingdom Hearts 3 one even looked better than Toy Story 1.
Yeah. I
And
saw a couple pictures of that. It was pretty incredible.
right. And another big reveal that they showed was that typically in the previous games you would have just a three-party system with Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and then whenever you would go to a new world, you would have to choose whether to replace either Donald or Goofy with a character from that home world. So, for example, went to Tarzan world, Tarzan would join your party, but you'd have to take one of those two out.
Yeah.
In this trailer, it showed that you no longer have to make that choice. And for example, in the Toy Story world, they showed Sora and the gang fighting in front of Andy's house, but Buzz and Woody were fighting alongside of him. So technically there was 5 people in that party.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's a recurring theme throughout the entire game, and that just kind of adds more chaos to, you know, the on-screen action. And I think that'd be pretty cool if that's still a thing for the whole game.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So here's a question for you. So I played a little bit of it. I mean, I didn't have a PlayStation growing up.
Right.
So I played a little bit of it. It's on my friend's house. I remember kind of as you talk about it a little bit, but you know, is it, and I probably should know the answer to this, is it a game you can jump into, this being the 3rd installment, or is it something I got to go back and play, you know, the games that came before it to really know what's going on and fully kind of appreciate it?
To fully appreciate it, you should really go back and play at least the first 2 main ones.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have that 1.5, 2.5 remix, so that's something where again we could off air do some wheeling and dealing.
Let me get that. I got 2 of your games already. I still haven't played, so let me get another one.
But and some people say the first one is a little hard to play with the advanced controls and the camera work, but I think it's fine. I think it lives up to what you're getting out of it. I mean, you're getting a PS2 game, so what do you expect? But the second one really did take a huge step forward in gameplay as opposed to that first one, but it's still a great game, and you really just have to play like the first 2, and then you can just go to the wiki pages and fill in the blanks from there.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Cool. That's something I might have to try out then. Good to know.
And then one good thing was that they revealed the release year. They said 2018, no specific month. Hopefully it falls somewhere between that January and December 2018 year, but I mean, who knows?
I mean,
it's been 12 years.
The biggest window they could give themselves. I mean, who knows? Maybe I have a feeling since they gave the window so large, it was going to come out at the even first half of the year. They would have said that, or they would have gave a more firm date. I mean, if it's at all next year, I would expect it to be Q4 or even 2019.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking easily a November or December release,
like a holiday release.
Yeah.
Well, cool, very good. So all in all, D23 worth it. You'll be back, Kingdom Hearts, and
Kingdom Hearts will hopefully be back.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, I mean, should be all right.
Yeah.
Cool. On to topic number 2. So the big kind of I don't know, big topic on everybody's mind this week is the Destiny 2 beta has been live. So you and I both had pre-orders, so we were able to get in last Tuesday, I suppose, Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember now. And I think the rest of the beta opened up to everybody. Population on what, Friday?
Yeah.
And then they extended it through tomorrow, Tuesday, the 25th.
Thank God.
Yeah, because you were gone in Vegas losing money all weekend.
Yep, got that right.
wasn't able to play. So now you got an extra day or two. I know you were playing it today. So, I mean, let's get in. I want to go kind of raw reaction. First cut, in a couple sentences or less. What do you think about the beta / what are you thinking about the game kind of now that you've played the beta?
So I only really put enough time in the campaign mission that I did the campaign with each of the 3 classes.
Yeah.
However, the first time I ran it through, I was the Titan class, which I was in Destiny 1.
Yep.
And I did the actual, I completed the whole mission. And then today when I went back, I just did about half of it up until you meet with one of the Titan commander and you're defending the front gate.
Yep.
And so I played up until that point with the Hunter and Warlock. I think at the end of the day, the Titan is by far the best class. And I think second, a good solid co-secondary is the Hunter class. Yeah. And after that, I would then choose Titan again before I would even look at Warlock.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, so I didn't play Destiny 1, but I played I played a decent amount of beta when you were gone. I played a little bit more, but so I've played the campaign through with all 3 classes just because I didn't even know what either classes were, so I had to play it anyways.
Right.
And then I played some Crucible with all 3 of the classes as well. So I'd probably say I've spent like 2 to 3 hours with each of the classes at this point.
Okay.
I enjoyed playing Titan the most, and I also think they were the strongest, to be totally fair. Warlock just didn't do anything for me. I don't know.
It really
I didn't dislike it. I just felt weak just playing the campaign in particular. I don't know. I felt like there's just more utility when I played Hunter or Titan, but Hunter was good too. I had a good time playing Hunter. It was good in PvP. I like the agility that you get there, which you don't get on the Titan necessarily. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like the dodge, I don't think is that worth it as a skill. Right. I mean, you get full reload, so that's nice. It's just the shields and stuff, and the versatility in Titan are so good.
Yeah, one thing I liked about the Titan or the Hunter was it's the point of the mission where you pick up a weapon. It's most likely the exotic weapon, and I think for the Hunter you got that pistol.
Yeah.
I ended up using the pistol from that moment on, and I really liked that pistol. It was pretty OP.
Oh yeah,
and I think that was I liked the double jump aspect of it.
Right.
It kind of made it seem like you were saying, the more agile and you kind of light-footed.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, the Titan was just I liked every bit about the Titan. It felt like he could take more damage. He could deal out more damage. I liked the gun set that he had.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice again in my playthrough today with the Hunter and Warlocks were that when you press start and you look at the character and all their gun selections, and you go to the class, and if you click on that, then there's even more customization with I think there's 3 different types of grenades, all these other, and granted, I didn't really take a look at all of those that much for any of the times I played, and so that's something where I'll have to go back when the full game comes out and really kind of take advantage of that kind of stuff and really try new things out.
Yeah, no, I think there was a little portion of that skill tree is the right word. Destiny fans, if they ever see this, they're just going to murder us. I think there's a portion of that, it's not accessible either through the beta. That was kind of grayed out. I saw a video or a tweet or something, somebody talking about that. But yeah, I don't know, man. And even when you get your super as a Titan, you have the ability, well, at least when I was playing, the bubble and the Captain America shield. That versatility was super sick. The Hunter, I mean, Gold Gun was cool. And
that's what I didn't use. I didn't use the Gold Gun, which I wanted to use, and I ended up using the long pole thing, staff. Yeah, and I used that. And at first, when I was playing with it, I forgot how to change that, and so I was like, well, I'm not gonna go back. I'll just not use it then.
Yeah, no, I mean it's good. It's PvP one shot. It's one shot kill, which is nice. The time duration, I mean, I haven't played again, so this could be totally the same as Destiny 1, and I'm bitching for no reason. The time duration wasn't that long, and in the mission itself, I didn't think it was that strong, to be worth a super.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And I remember one thing I hated was, and I couldn't tell if it was just the Warlock in particular or if it was just the type of super, but when I used the Warlock super, I felt as though it was at least, I don't know, 50% less effective than the others two. It just, you used it and then boop, it was done.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it didn't seem like it went that very long, but I did play one Crucible match today. It was the diffuse and set charges type of game, and I didn't play any other one, so I didn't know if there was any other different Crucible modes.
Yeah, there was I don't know what the right name is again. It was a 3-point capture the hill type of situation where there's three life points and domination kind of in Call of Duty. Yeah.
Was there a normal TDM?
No, it was just those 2 game types of thing.
Oh, okay. And that one was it's weird playing that now because 2 people left the enemy team, and after playing a whole shitload of Overwatch, and not seeing anybody leave unless the game ends or people just start bitching, it's kind of weird just seeing people just randomly say I'm done. I'm done playing.
It's the beta too, so what are you gonna do? Nobody really cares. Everything gets reset, so whatever. No, I mean I'm pretty pumped though. Never being a Destiny player before. I got the whatever $100 limited special garbage I had to buy so I can get a physical disc plus the expansion passes. The only way I could do it. So thank God for GameStop gift cards. And I mean I'm pretty pumped, man. It reminds me of just
Yeah.
old school Destiny, or sorry, old school Halo, like from Bungie, Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Hmm.
Just like the art and the music and the
Yeah.
way it's done in general. It just I don't know. It should be fun. I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I ordered Destiny 1 was my first PS4 game because I bought that White Glacier PS4 bundle. And obviously, once I saw the White Glacier PS4 Pro bundle with Destiny 2, I was like,
That
all
credit
right,
card, dude,
let's
just
see ya.
I
Let's
mean,
buy it. All
what you're
right.
gonna get your PS5 with Destiny 3, I guess.
Yep.
That's the goal at this point.
And Destiny 2 comes out my birthday week. I'll take that Friday off, and I'm
Yeah,
all set.
not bad, man, not bad. I'm excited. There's gonna be a hell of a lot of hours that get sunk into that, and I honestly can't wait because when Destiny 2 comes out, it means I'll stop playing Overwatch and just I can't play more Overwatch for a prolonged period of time. My brain is just melting. I just can't do it.
I'm right there with you. And the good news for me is that I have this to distract me from.
Yeah, yeah. So you gonna let me borrow that, or
Da-na-na-na-na. I can play anywhere,
all
anywhere I
right, all
want.
right. So we get it. You got to switch. What? I mean, what was the deal? What games you got with it? What are you looking to
Um,
play first,
it
or what have you
came
played
with
so
Mario
far?
Kart, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Arms.
Yep.
Obviously, Arms being the ugly stepchild out of all those.
I mean, I
Um,
guess I heard it's a pretty sick game too. Though,
I
so
know. Yeah, I'll give it a try, but mainly, honestly, I got it on Thursday, and I haven't even touched Zelda yet.
okay. Oh, because
Um,
you were in Vegas.
yeah, and so we've been playing a lot of Mario Kart, and so Mario Kart is pretty awesome. I'll admit. I haven't played a Mario Kart game like full on since
Yeah,
N64, so it
exactly.
was a lot of getting used to
Yeah,
with all these advanced controls and different items and things like that.
yeah.
But it's pretty great.
Nice.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I'm jealous, and you're gonna get going on the Zelda situation soon enough, I'm sure, and you'll sink enough hours into that. You got? Are you gonna try to finish that before Destiny comes out? You got what? 6 weeks? 5 weeks?
I should be able to. I mean, so there was this guy at my job. He was telling me that I'm sure you've seen it. There's some speed run where you can essentially just go fight Ganon after the first 15 minutes
Oh,
of the game.
that's lame.
You can just you can you can literally, if you walk a certain path of the map, because it's
Yeah,
completely open world,
yeah,
so you just basically walk to Ganon's castle, and obviously you have to avoid dying from people,
yeah.
but the armor and weapons you get along the way and inside his
Are
castle,
enough to defeat him?
yeah, the only thing is that you just can't get hit because you only have 3 hearts.
Yeah.
So if you don't get hit, then you're cool. But he was saying there's another thing is that there's, I believe it's 4 kind of main slash sub bosses, and
Okay.
so because you don't fight them before Ganon, you essentially have to fight them all in succession before you fight Ganon.
Yeah.
So it's like you're fighting a 5 boss battle
Mm.
before Ganon. But he said it's doable. He said he's done it. He's done it. It took him about 30 minutes or so.
But I mean, would you
30
even want to play through it that way? Wouldn't you rather just go
Right. I mean, I think
enjoy
it might.
the game?
I think it might be something where it's like after you complete the game and you're kind of sick of exploring around, maybe you try and do a speed run, see
Yeah.
what it is, and
Yeah.
try to attempt it, see how tough it is. But I thought it was interesting to do that. But I mean,
How
I'm gonna
long? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'm gonna do some more fiddling with it and a lot of things, and I'm sure I'll have an article out sometime within the next few weeks.
At www.coffeescorner.com.
Got it.
There we go. So I mean, how long? I'm just trying to compare it to something like a Persona, or how long's the playthrough? Average playthrough? Do we have any idea? Is it like a super wide range because people can finish the game whenever they want, or is there kind of like a standard 60 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours? Do you have any idea?
And I mean, I haven't looked anything up, but I would say on the top of my head, just by throwing it out,
Yeah.
is that like the average time of people either exploring, doing like some of the shrines, most of those things, and
Yeah.
just kind of playing the game, I would say probably around the 70 to 90 hour range. So
Significant amount.
around nearing a Persona 5
Yeah.
about, and I kind of took my time with that game, and I clocked it off at what it was like
You
one.
said like 125 or
Yeah,
120 or something. Yeah.
yeah, and I think I played that game a lot, and
Yeah.
so I think around I'll be fine with 70 hours. It's cool.
Nice. Well, we'll look forward to that, and then I'll borrow that right after you and play through it. Thanks, buddy. I
Well,
think.
it looks like we might be wrapping up.
Yeah. Oh, time to go. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all we got. I'm just, Destiny beta, maybe play a little bit more, maybe not. At this point, I've kind of gotten all that I can out of it, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, what are you going to be up to the next week or so before we get another one of these podcasts out? What are you going to be playing?
Probably
Hopefully Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda, Mario Kart, maybe some ARMS. Blanco will come over on Saturday. Maybe we'll probably start something over there.
Nice.
And because the thing is, I was never that big of a Zelda fan. I respect the franchise and everything, but
Yeah.
the only Zelda game I've played start to finish is Ocarina of Time. So
Really?
yeah, that's why I really wanted the NES Classic, because it came with a couple of those Zeldas, the early on Zeldas, and I wanted to play those.
Yeah.
But obviously, we all know how that happened, how that turned out.
Yeah, well, unrelated tidbit, the SNES Classic went on sale at Walmart, and then they started canceling orders because it wasn't supposed to go on sale yet. So I'm gonna just
Got 'em.
scout. I don't even know how you're supposed to stay up on that, but if I can get one of those at retail price, oh, for sure I'll jump on that. I'm gonna say my odds are less than 5% though.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. So, well, cool. And I have no idea what I'm gonna be up to. Honestly, probably a little bit of Overwatch. I gotta play through The Last of Us and what's the other game?
Sunset Overdrive.
Fucking Sunset Overdrive. Yeah. So I borrowed both of those from you, 3 or 4 months ago now, and I'm about 5 hours into The Last of Us, and that's it. So.
And did you say that you were gonna restart it because?
I don't know. I haven't played for probably 2 months now, and I'm 5 hours. What's the total playthrough? Do we think like 20 or 30?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I would just restart it, just play on easy, and just blaze through it.
Yeah.
Because it's already been this long. You might as well restart. I mean, remember I was asking if I should restart Final Fantasy 15,
Yeah.
and I'm a good probably 12 hours into that, I think. And
Yeah.
it's just
So I got to get going on that. I don't know how much more Overwatch I can play. I had started my ascension to master, and it just took a downward spiral. So I might be about done with that.
Doomfist 3 days.
Doomfist 3. No, you're right. Maybe I will play a little more Overwatch. Shit.
Fuck.
I don't know. But other than that, I know you got some. You were mentioning a D23 article up on www.coffeescorner.com.
Yep, there's that.
There's that.
Take a look at that. And like I said, I should have a review on my experience with the Switch and the subsequent games that I got with it, Mario Kart, Zelda, and I would probably do an ARMS thing too.
Cool. And I'll be chilling. Just chilling.
Yeah? I hear you, buddy.
It. So, all right. I think that's it. We are good to go. Any last closing words?
That's it. We're done.
Bye. So this has been episode 3, Gaming Nonsense. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in a week or two whenever we get around to it. Thanks again, and peace. See ya.